newest, hottest, whatever it is, that turns over fairly quickly on some of the books. Once you get down below 50 titles, it becomes difficult to know what your individual product mix is going to be. A lot of stores concentrate on superheroes, other people concentrate on indie stuff, so it becomes difficult to know what to stock at that local center. Now, that said, we are looking at all the logistics stuff as far as what we need to do as the next step of this expansion. We always want to improve, so we're looking at everything, including all the warehouses, including stocking at the local centers, everything like that. Please be patient with me. I'm trying to get through this olive branch thing. After that, we'll be doing as much as we can.
I mean, this is like for years in the future. One direction you could look, and then I promise I'll give up the content side. There are a lot of, for board game and book distributors, a lot of them are more regionally focused. That's because they don't have, you know, the national, international distribution. But if you could let warehouses act more autonomously as if they were a small regional distributor. I know that's a ton of paperwork and logistics, but that would be, in the years to come, a great way, I think, to up the speed of delivery, to make things more efficient for retailers. Sorry, I probably don't know what I'm talking about.
That's totally fine.
That would be just my advice. Look to small regional game and book distributors as sort of a model for maybe how autonomous warehouses could work.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
You tell us what piece of paper they need to sign. So when they request, hey guys, I need
good morning. Robert Scott from Kamikaze in San Diego. Okay, cool. Kind of looking for some help from customer support, both for Comic Suite and for Diamond as a whole. For the West Coast, we just don't have the hours available
would you be able to release
for coverage for our support. You know, I look over the what have you done for us lately sheet here. The only thing on there for Comic Suite is a bill 174, which broke and necessitated a 175.
It's only a one-time help fee.
But we don't really find out about that stuff until it's too late. And then by the time we find out about it, we try to call, there's nobody left at home there to speak with us. It gets to Thursday or Friday, now we're having to wait until Monday. I've had numerous instances lately of having to leave emergency contact information and not gotten back to for 3 or 4 days, which really hurts us over the weekend, trying to run our business, take special orders.
Yeah, I mean, catch Eric Beck or me and give us any specifics about that. We have, you know, the POS tech team, the hours are set based on when we actually get, you know, feedback from customers. You know, we make tweaks to that on a regular basis. And they do, you know, one employee every night takes a cell phone home and is there to answer emergency calls, and I'm not aware of, you know, delays like that. And so Eric or I need to be made aware when that happens. He's here this weekend, so am I.
But you gotta understand though, I mean, maybe we're atypical. We're open until 9 p.m. Most evenings on the West Coast. You guys bug out at 3 in the afternoon our time. So that's 6 hours of no coverage, either for customer support or Comic Suite support. There's a significant number of accounts on the West Coast, and I'm sure the Midwest, I'm sure, affects them just as well. So why is it that you guys can't stagger?
We do stagger. We have people that are in the office until 7 o'clock on the customer service side, and for your time, the POS, which is 4 o'clock, not 3 o'clock.
That leaves us with 5 hours of the business day that we have.
And, you know, and you are atypical in some ways, but not in others. And we continue to look at it. We have to allocate staff resources in the way that, you know, gives us the most coverage, and that's where we are right now.
How about we vote with dollars? I mean, you know, if we're looking at the amount of dollars generated out of those accounts, I think it should support the fact that we need help throughout the day just as much as the East Coast people do. We can't just do it based on your convenience.
Yeah, Eric and I will continue to look at it. You know, we understand that, you know, people want to be able to get somebody on the phone.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
Thank you.
Dennis Barger, Wonder World Comics again. I've spoken to you guys before about credit. Not credit in the terms of you giving us credit to buy our comics, but credit reporting processing. Currently, you guys have a system, a mechanism in place that if one of us next week went under, I know it's the rare likelihood, as you said earlier, because apparently they're just coming in droves more than we're going out. You have a mechanism in place to negatively impact the credit of a store owner or store that closes. But yet there's no mechanism in place to report the active accounts that have bought a Diamond POS system on terms. That's a terms process credit that we are getting no positive reporting on. So I've been speaking with the credit department through all the credit people at Diamond. They have no idea what I'm talking about. I've actually spoken with Equifax, which is one of the positive credit sources for businesses, and they said only a business that gives you credit or has an active account with you can report. So I've been asking about this since I wanted to buy my first building. Luckily, I'm about to put in an offer on my first commercial building, but I have to go through it through land contract because I have no built up credit for the almost $2 million I've spent with you over the last 12 years. And I would like to know how we can move forward to make Diamond show that all of us that pay most of our money to you through our accounts can start seeing an active, positive credit roll for our business and our personal through you guys.
I think you have brought this up before, Dennis, and
several times.
We, did discuss it a bit, and I think the potential is there for us to, do credit reporting on every single customer every single week, which seems like
you can do it quarterly.
Well, it seems like in your particular case, if you're trying to apply for a loan to buy a building, I think you could speak to whoever you're working with on the loan and tell them that you've been a customer of Diamond for X number of years, and they can contact us, they can contact our credit department and find out what your credit history has been with us. And the same goes for anyone else here if they're trying to get a loan or...
I did that. I spoke to everyone in the credit department from Nan all the way up above her. Nan was on vacation the week I did this, so they sent me up. Nobody knew what I was talking about. I've spoken to my bank. They said, we can only look at 3 facts. We can look at your social security number personally, and we can look at your Equifax number and the Dun & Bradstreet if you're that high. But nobody at Diamond Credit, all the way up 3 people past Nan, and nobody at my bank all the way up will take you just saying, yeah, Dennis is good. You have to positively report it. It has to be reported to Experian, Equifax, whatever the actual official things, and it has to be done through your credit department.
I'm not in the credit department, so...
Well, that's why I sent you that email, was because I hit a brick wall there, and...
Well, the point I was going to make is, I'm not sure that your situation where your potential lender is telling you that they can only do this, that, and the other, I'm not sure that that's a universal situation. I don't know.
Show of applause, is that what all your banks said? Standard business practices. Nobody will give us money because we have no positive credit from you, saying that we are a good credit risk.
Well, I think we're open to going back and exploring what would be entailed in that. I think it could be potentially a two-edged sword in some cases.
Well, I had the petition that I showed you earlier, and it says on a voluntary basis. Maybe there's so many accounts out here that have so much positive credit for their person, they don't need that. But there are several of us who invest all of our money in our stores with you to make our lives better. And if all that money's tied up, we can't be building the positive credit to be able to take opportunities such as a building or a new vehicle or a remodel when those come up, because we don't have the credit because we're investing it all in you.
Okay, we'll look at that, Dennis. And if you're suggesting a system where you folks can opt in or out on credit reporting. You know, you're adding another level of complexity that,
Well, let's talk about it, because I think a lot of us would absolutely look into making that complexity to help our lives get better.
All right, it is 9:45, and I think we're going to head down. Oh, get it.
One more. Does anybody else have anything? I don't want to monopolize the microphone here. This year, I brought a box, and this is for more of our publisher friends. I have been getting the most amount of misships I have ever gotten, and it's all stuff that I don't order. But I feel bad every time it's under a certain dollar amount. They say, just keep it. Don't worry about it, Dennis, we don't need it back. Just keep it. I don't feel right in keeping $400 worth of trade paperbacks that our publisher friends are losing money on. And I brought these here. If you guys want, this is expensive stuff, $30 hardcovers. And we're just told to keep it. I received 47 copies of Aquaman #2 instead of a comic book. Volume 2, trade paperback. I haven't seen anything change with those, the new pick forms. I'm getting more misships, and I want you guys to take a look at this box. I don't want to be accused of throwing the box on you, but I hope you can come over here and take a look at this, because this is a lot of merchandise and a lot of money.
Dennis, I've got no problem coming to see your box.
Hey now.
For those that are leaving, if you have any questions about operations, I'm the guy in the bright green shirt. Come see me, I'll be at the booth, all right? Come see me if you want to